Hi everyone, my name is Dylan Grant and welcome again to my presentation on Hicks Morley Law Firm, Hussein Muftadiri, damages. This is my experience, okay? And again, please feel free to pause and read. We're going through quickly. These are slides that you have already seen. This is Hicks Morley Law, Hussein Muftadiri role. It's showing their role, the role they played as a WSIB lawyer representing Bell Mobility. Okay, please feel free to pause and read. Okay. 2020, part 6 of 6. So now, January 23rd, 2020, and as you can see here, Hussein Muftadiri, okay, very much still on board, but now he's saying, okay, that in this letter to with Waziat, right? Waziat is saying that Hussein Muftadiri is saying that they're still not, that Adrian Nicolini still not provided medical documents. Huh? Didn't we dealt with that in 2019? You saw the letter January and February stating that the medical documents were not received. Then we got a hearing date for June 4th, 2019. I figured that the medical records were received. Huh? What do you think, eh? So here, yeah. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. There it is. Muftadiri's letter refers to medical documents not provided by Nicolini. Okay. On January 24, 2020, Waziat stated that they have indicated the manager scheduling administration January 23rd, 2020 letter. That was the letter that they sent stating that Hussein Muftadiri wanted the hearing postponed because Adrian Nicolini did not provide medical records. Anyway, the Waziat is saying here the hearing for this appeal scheduled on February 4th, 2020 in Toronto will proceed, as you can see here. Please feel free to pause and read. All right, and you can see Hussein Muftadiri was a part of it. All right. February 3rd, 2020, Hussein Muftadiri, and this is a confirmation letter to Adrian Nicolini and myself, really, regarding the upcoming hearing dated February 4th, 2020. Okay, as you can see, please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. February 2020 to March 2020. Okay. Adrian Nicolini, Hussein Muftadiri, and the hearing committee for Waziat had planned to dismiss my case. They were all aware that Adrian Nicolini did not provide my medical reports from the medical doctors. Their aim was for me to sign a consent form to allow access to my medical records, which were distorted. Okay. Denied. I was denied by Waziat. I was deceived by Adrian Nicolini on November 15, 2019 and February 3rd, 2020 when I was informed that I only needed to prove at the hearing that my injury occurred at work. As soon as the hearing began, Hussein Muftadiri, the defense lawyer, stated that my medical documents were still not obtained by the lawyer. Adrian Nicolini therefore ordered that the Waziat hearing be cancelled. Their intent was to have Waziat review my distorted medical records for the Ministry of Health to sway the blame from Bell Mobility. Yeah. What else? Anyone else have any answer to that? It's obvious. Okay? Because you can see that Adrian Nicolini got that letter dated January 23rd, 2020, and he didn't even made an attempt to obtain the medical records and bring it along with him at the hearing, which was in February. Okay. Attended Waziat hearing on February 4, 2020. Attendees was myself, Adrian Nicolini, my WSIB lawyer, Hussein Muftaderi, Bail Mobility lawyer, on phone Bail Mobility's representative Montreal, 3 or 4 judicial representatives from Workplace Safety and Insurance Appeal Tribunal, which is WASIAT, okay? Why am I still at square one with my WSIB claim? Retained Adrian Nicolini for WSIB claim on April 10, 2017. In June 2018, a month after I was fired from my job of 20 years, received letter from WSIB to inform that Adrian Nicolini did not provide my medical report for my claim, right? In October 2018, 1 year and 6 months since Adrian Nicolini was retained, my WSIB claim was suspended because Adrian Nicolini did not provide my medical report for my claim, right? So Adrian Nicolini, a year later, November 15, 2019, first time I saw him, yeah, right? Since October 2018, right? He stated that WSIB only required proof that injury occurred at Bail Mobility, nothing else for the upcoming hearing dated 4th of February 2020. So Adrian Nicolini again on February 3rd, a day before, right? Before the hearing, to be told again that WSIB only required proof that my injury occurred at Bail Mobility for hearing dated February 4, 2020. On February 4, 2020, Hussein Muftaderi first took the floor to ask that the hearing be adjourned since Adrian Nicolini did not obtain my medical report for my WSIB claim. What do you think? Okay. The WSIB hearing was a charade. Yeah, a charade. As soon as the hearing started, it was finished. First, they had informed the Bail representative that she did not have to be in attendance. The Bail Mobility lawyer, Hussein Muftaderi, Hicks Morley law firm, requested first to speak. Hussein Muftaderi requested that the hearing be adjourned since to date the medical report was still not retrieved from the medical doctors by my lawyer. My lawyer, Adrian Nicolini, had nothing to say. Deceptive. Nothing to say about the matter. Right? The atmosphere in the room was not right. It seemed as if I was there for them to see me in person. The troublemaker, I would say, who would not back down. I felt I was being scrutinized. What Adrian Nicolini actually stated did not make sense. They went outside and deliberated, okay? All right? It was later found that a hearing was made without my presence at a later date and a decision was made, okay? I received a letter to inform of the decision and also that I should sign a consent form so that they could retrieve my medical report from the medical doctors. I refused since my medical records at the Ministry of Health were distorted. Also realized that the medical system was still adding false diagnosis to my records. Okay. Attended the WASIAT hearing on February 4, 2020. Which was dismissed immediately since my medical reports were not obtained from the doctors by my WSIB lawyer, Adrian Nicolini. This lawyer misguided me again, right? A month later, they decided to put my fate in their hands by creating a 9-page document to outline the reason why the hearing of February 4th was adjourned. The main reason? To review my distorted medical records for the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care. Yeah. Right? They needed to obtain clinical notes from Great Lakes Medical, the medical center that gave me the runaround. Yes, and refused to assist me between January 2019 to February 2019. It was the first time they did that. And I know something was wrong. And then I'm thinking, did they distort my clinical notes too? Did they? That was in my mind, wondering, because they have been good to me all along. So what was it? And it was more like those at the front, the receptionist area, right? And then the next thing, they're telling me that I have to speak to my lawyer first. And I'm thinking, why would I want to speak to my lawyer? It's my medical record, you understand? So I guess they were just following through because of the system. Because all along, this medical center was good to me. You understand? So I became skeptical, Yeah, right? I retained Nicolini Law for WSIB appeal on April 10th. This lawyer had not done anything for my claim. 3 years later, April 2017 to February 2020. What has this lawyer done? Nothing. So here's a 9-page report. I did not include everything. Okay, I've already provided that report in my WSIB presentation. Okay, but if you would like, please feel free to pause and read. As you can see here, 27th of February 2020. Okay, this was a hearing for the fourth hearing. They shouldn't even put that, because nothing came up, nothing happened, nothing at all. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. All right, please feel free to pause and read here. And if you wish, it was basically like a waste of my time, because this report I would just say false. Okay, all the reports from WSIB, WSIT are false. Please feel free to pause and read. They still did not get report. That's what they needed, and still haven't received it. Okay. And remember, in my presentation on Nicolini law, WSIT, right? Nicolini law indicated that he didn't think he need to get any report from the medical doctors because there was enough information. I had provided him enough information. Why didn't he honor what they requested? Can anyone answer that? Okay, I've already been through this slide, in details on my other presentations, so please feel free to read. My doctor really did me wrong, as you can see. Please feel free to refresh your memory. Okay, my doctor, Dr. James Chang, was really instrumental in allowing me to lose my job, and also contributed to WSIB denial, everything. To me, is also liable for everything that happened to me thereafter. Okay, and here here's a letter from WSIAT Waziat on March 5th, 2020. Okay, it says the panel adjourned the hearing for the appeal and determined that additional information is needed before proceeding. You understand? That's when they're telling me to sign these forms, these consent forms. Definitely not. Would you? Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. As per Workplace Safety and Insurance Board WASIAT, my claim can only go forward if I sign a consent form to give them access to my medical records between April 2016 and March 2017. I refused to sign a consent form. Adrian Nicolini had time to obtain those medical records prior to my distorted medical records dated April 2019. Okay. And as you can see, you're already aware from the presentation on my distorted records at the Ministry of Health. Okay, feel free to review. This is just placed in here as a reference. As you can see, Great Lakes Medical stated that they can confirm that I came there because I was diagnosed with Recovane. Okay, and these are the dates. All right, and as you can see, for October 5th and October 17th, they do have Dupuytren's. You understand? Yeah. Feel free to pause and read. Thank you. November 14, 2017 is proof here. I stumbled on this and I'm thinking, what more do they need? Because it says here, on November 14, 2017, a letter was sent to Nicolini Law Firm, which stated, please accept this letter as confirmation of your correspondence dated November 8, 2017 with attached medical reports. This material will be forwarded to the vice chair panel assigned to the above caption application. That's here. And this was before Hussein Muftadiri Hicks Morley law came actually came on board. You understand? So I'm not sure what else they could be asking for. Okay. On this date, March 5th, 2020, this was actually Hussein Muftadiri's last appearance on the Waziat letter. Yeah, mission accomplished. Okay, yeah. All right, because now I was cornered because I have to sign a consent form. If I did not sign it, Waziat will not proceed with my case. If I sign it, Waziat is gonna dismiss my case because of my distorted medical record. So the next, this is, look at it, March 5th, 2020. Okay, someone else took over a year later. They waited a year later when a lot of things were accomplished. I tell you, you'll understand as I go on to my other presentations. Okay, please continue. Please feel free to pause and read if you wish. Thank you. Here is the consent form, which I refuse to sign because of my distorted medical records. Okay, would you have signed too? Please let me know. Thank you. I had not heard from Wazia throughout the remainder of the year 2020. April 2020 to December 2020, it seemed obvious that they were waiting their turn after name mark law had its way with my cases. Yep, they were taking turns, and you will see that when I go on to that presentation, okay, for name mark law. Thank you. Please review the presentation details of the deception of Neymark Law. Ryan Neymark and Courtney Madison, both lawyers, joined forces with Adrian Nicolini and Hussein Moftaderi to shut all my cases down. Yeah. 2021, received calls and mails from Waziat but ignored. I was being pressured to sign the consent form. Yes, after I was denied by Neymark Law, then here comes Waziat. Okay, I just ignored. Yeah. As you can see here from Waziat, April 14, 2021, right? And this was after I was denied by Neymark Law. All my 4 cases, car accident cases, and my long-term disability and wrongful dismissal, nothing was done. They held on to my case, sat on it, and not 2 years later, nothing was done. Okay, and here now, someone else from Hicks Morley Law, another representative, took over, right? You notice 2021? So basically like a year later, eh? A year and a month later, someone else was assigned. They actually got me cornered now. So if I don't sign the consent form, I cannot move forward. Please feel free to pause and read. Okay? Thank you. Since I refused 2022, since I refused to sign the consent form, WSIB, WSIT, Adrian Nicolini withdrew himself from my WSIB case. 5 years later, this lawyer did nothing for me. WSIB, WSIT closed my WSIB case. They accomplished protecting bail mobility and my life insurance. So all along is these 2 giants. Okay, please feel free to review if you like, if you want to go it over. And thank you for your time. I do have other presentations. I hope you'll follow me over there. Thank you for your time.